that in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, nerds! Welcome back to the Drunken Nerds podcast, number 24. My name's Dan. Over here on the other side is Schubert.
What's up, nerds? Hopefully you are not too hungover from the 4th of July. I know I was in pretty bad shape, and I've had a pretty rough work week, so here's to the weekend.
Hungover since the 4th of July. It's Friday.
Well, not me personally, but I mean, stranger things have happened. Some people go hard.
They just never recover for a week.
I mean, I was going till maybe Wednesday.
That's true.
I just picked it up. So,
all right. So, where are you right now?
Right now, I'm in Chicago. I've only been here for today, and I haven't been murdered yet. So that's a good thing.
That's always a plus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Florida.
No, not Florida. But
no.
R.I.P. Florida. Put that in your R.I.P. segment. Yeah, I'm going to miss you, Florida. It's going to be a little while before I get back there. I know I've said that the last, 3-4 weeks, and I've made it back 2-3 times in the last 4 weeks. So hopefully it's not the end. It's just see you later.
Yeah, you seem to find a way back.
I always find a way. I'm like Jack from Lost.
Yeah. I know. You say you're stuck over there for a while, but I have a feeling that you will find an opening and make it back to Florida.
I'm hoping to. But, these openings are coming few and far, and we'll see what happens. It might be hard to sneak down to Florida for a weekend, but we'll try to make it work.
Okay, so you're stuck in the Midwest now.
Yeah, here for the foreseeable future. It looks like my next escape might be Bonnaroo, which is Labor Day weekend. So we'll see. Might be able to sneak out somewhere fun.
Okay, well, you have to keep us updated on what the Schubert does in Indiana.
I'll keep you updated. You see the smile on my face now, but it hasn't started yet. You guys saw how I was that week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in Ohio. I think Indiana might give Ohio a run for its money.
Yeah, there can't be too much to do over there.
Farmers. Maybe I'll make a farmers only profile. Farmersonly.com. Is that still going?
I think that's probably the best idea I think you've ever had for yourself.
I might be the talk of the town.
Yeah. I think that's why Farmers Only was created, because of people who live in Indiana region. Just to get in there.
Hop on Farmers Only. I mean, I'm headed to the town Notre Dame is in. That would be cool if it was football season, but it's the summer, so nobody's going to be there.
Yeah, I would say get on Farmers Only, get a tractor girl. She'll probably drive right to your house in some sort of, John Deere.
Yeah, I like it. Maybe pick me up on a horse.
Yeah.
We saw at the bar the other day, those people cruised up on horses. Maybe I can do that in Indiana.
I don't think there's any rules over there.
No,
there can't be.
I can't imagine.
So
we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm pessimistic now, but maybe it'll turn out okay.
All right. So we'll keep up to date. This past weekend, you were in New Hampshire, though.
First time in a while. Yeah. And so the two of us were, we had been in Florida a couple times, but first time in New Hampshire in a long time.
Yeah, and we made most of it. So you got a last-minute invitation to a random wedding.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Yep. So that was interesting. So we went to a wedding. We had a barbecue, actually.
The barbecue, good.
Yeah, we attempted fireworks.
We got rained on, so those fireworks are hopefully sitting securely in your garage.
Yeah, they're right behind me, so hopefully I have a candle going too. So we'll see what happens.
Smoking down there.
There's a candle going. If it falls over, that's it. You might see some explosions down here. But yeah, it was a good weekend.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
There's not a lot to do in New Hampshire, but we made the most of it.
Like we said, we were at a bar and somebody showed up on a horse. So
yeah, so worked out good.
Yeah, pretty good weekend. Can't complain. Weather worked out for the most part. It was rainy and miserable, but it wasn't Florida weather.
No Disney over here.
No. So, a lot of drinking though.
A lot of drinking.
Drink some beers.
Yeah, a lot of drinking over here. All right, so let's get into it. So we have there is a lot of stuff going on. For the most
moving
part.
right along. Yeah.
So we'll get into the Soos hangover. the Naked Men, of course.
Hit it.
Let's do it.
This week's hangover.
I'm preparing for tomorrow's hangover already.
Yeah,
you guys, we're mixing it up tonight.
Yeah, we're in for a fun haul tonight with Schubert. Gin and tonic.
We always seem to get the most viewers when I drink gin and tonic. And I don't think I've drank gin and tonic since the last time. And the last time was particularly ugly. But I think it was our highest rated episode of all time. So I'm just trying to do my part. And
for the people who don't know, he has been drinking all day, and he made 3 gin and tonics.
I haven't been drinking all day.
You been drinking before this, but you made
I just went out to dinner.
But you made 3 gin and tonics for this single episode.
Yeah, just in case.
Can you show us all 3?
I can try, but hopefully I don't spill these. Here we go.
If he finishes all these, everybody's in for a treat tonight, I think.
So I wasn't planning on drinking gin and tonic, but I showed up to this hotel, and it's a real classy affair. And they had these cups in the room, and I said, you know what? Those are nice cups. I got to make the most out of it. So we're making some drinks tonight.
Okay. What kind of gin are you drinking?
I drink Hendrix. And I forgot. I was going to bring the bottle over, but not sponsored. I went to this little convenience store, and I was like, all right, I need my tonic. I figured they were going to have Schweppes, or what's the other crappy one? I forget. But they had my brand, the little tiny glass bottles of Fever Tree. Now, if you haven't had this is not sponsored. If you haven't tried it, it's a game changer. Add the Fever Tree tonic water to your drink. You'll never go back.
Okay.
And if they want to start paying me, I'll drink gin and tonics every week.
We know you will. There's a lime in there too?
Oh, yeah.
You cut up some of your own limes?
I'm telling you, this convenience store, they were on point. I spent $97 at this convenience store.
Well, Chicago gets a big sense.
They included the bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
So, really not a bad deal.
So we're in for a treat tonight for sure.
We'll see.
All right. Well, let's start with Marvel time. Lots of Marvel news.
Lots of Marvel news.
So I don't know if people know that Black Widow came out today.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched it yet?
I just unlocked it. So I'm going to watch it as soon as we finish this podcast. So hopefully I'll have some thoughts on it next week. Okay. After this, you might not know. So.
Yeah. Well, I watched it this morning. It is actually really good. I actually had to work this morning early at 5 a.m. and it finished up working. And then I realized Black Widow was out. So instead of coming home, I went straight to the gym, and I actually watched it on my iPad at the gym for 2.5 hours.
Interesting move.
Yeah, because I didn't want to come home. Because I knew if I came home, I was screwed.
Can I throw just a side note in real quick, too? I watched Loki in the morning before work the other day.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I think it's a good move.
Yeah, it was great. It was kind of, I actually enjoyed Black Widow. I thought it was pretty good for what it was.
Now, we've talked about it in great lengths in the last couple of months of where we thought this movie was going to work out. Whether it was going to be a dud, an okay, good, but not that interesting.
Yeah.
Where are you now? Where'd that fall for you?
No, I had low expectations for it for sure. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. It is what it is. There's not a lot of tie-ins. It's a standalone movie for the most part. And I enjoyed it. I mean, the one fault that I had with it was Rachel Weisz, the actress, whatever her name is.
Rachel, I don't know.
Because I couldn't figure it out. I don't know if she tried to do the Russian accent, but then she forgot halfway through. Then she started doing a British accent. Then she started doing an American accent. She couldn't figure out her voice at all.
Do you think that had to do with her? I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm just trying to justifying it, but I've heard this. I can't remember it. It's from another movie and it's sort of the same thing with the accents. Do Do you think it's because she's a spy and speaks all those languages and that it sort of just blends in sometimes? And that was like an intentional?
You always give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think it's
that's what I'm here for. I'm just trying to stick up for my boys.
No, because she would literally be mid-sentence and do the Russian accent, then end because it was like easier words, and then just go straight to British accent because she's British.
Yeah.
So I just feel like she really struggled with it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
David Harbour, that guy, his accent was dead on, perfect the entire movie. He was awesome. He's the star of the movie for sure.
So I figured that coming in, and that was one of my worst feelings about this movie was he feels fit for a bigger role in Marvel.
Yeah.
And this feels like a one-off. Like it doesn't feel like he has an opportunity to come back, or maybe if he does, he's not going to be a big player. To me, he feels like the kind of guy who could have been a really big player.
I mean, he could have been, but he was absolutely perfect for this movie. So I mean, after watching it, I couldn't think of a single person that could have played that better.
Yeah,
than what he did. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, he was great. Incredible, really good. So other than that, like the movie was really good. I mean, storyline it kept you engaged the entire time. Very action packed. So highly recommend watching it. Awesome. I mean, there's one post credit scene, which obviously is literally probably the only tie-in of anything when it comes to it.
I have seen a little bit of spoilers, and I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen some spoilers, and I just want to say, told you so.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, it has everything to do when it comes to
what I said.
Winter Soldier.
We won't spoil it, but yeah.
I
got two quick questions for you.
Yeah.
Do you think you enjoyed it because of your low expectations, or did that?
I think that helped it because I didn't really know what to expect out of this. I thought it was going to be very, I don't know. At the first 20 minutes, actually, I got a little upset, and it's going to make me sound bad, but the first 20 minutes, there wasn't a single male in the entire movie. And I get that when it comes to like Wonder Woman, where, obviously everything's based off of just women, but it's like they always made it a point to just showcase a women-only movie, which was kind of, I don't know, they're pushing a little too far when it comes to that since, but that changed after 20 minutes. So, but it was just a really good movie. And I think Black Widow's sister in the movie was really, really good.
Yeah, Florence Pugh.
Yeah, and she brought more of like a comedic element to it, which I kind of liked.
Interesting. I didn't peg it for that, but
yeah, I mean she makes fun of her pose, and I think that's one of the funniest part of the movies. Other than the helicopter, something that happens with the helicopter. It crashes. It's no big deal. There's no spoiler. It's no spoiler. But it's in the middle of the movie. It has nothing to do with anything. But I was dying laughing.
I just think of the spoiler when you're telling about the helicopter crash. That's literally a line from Seinfeld where he's like, when the helicopter crashed, and Frank Costanza's like, Spa!
No, it has nothing to do with spoiler. And I can actually tell the scene because it's not going to make any sense because it takes 2 seconds.
Awesome.
But
and there, just one other quick question for you. This was a prequel. Kevin Feige has spoke that the door is open for more prequels. On board or off board with the prequels?
I'm on board. I think this is a way to get more movies in without getting too, I would say, convoluted with all these like tie-in movies.
Like so dependent on tie-ins.
Right.
Because I that's sort of one of my big problems with the shows is every episode, everybody is just like, all right, where's the next big tie-in? Right. And then when it doesn't come, people are disappointed.
I think people are just so tied in now to like the Civil War type of movies now.
Yeah.
Where this is kind of a refresher, and seeing Natasha's back, even though we kind of knew her background already, it kind of gave a little more, detail to it. And I think there's more to come because based on the way it ended, I think they could add on more stuff based off of this prequel.
Sure. Yeah.
So they tied stuff up. They gave her a character basically mold based on where she is, and also opened up the doors for future things when it came to it because they sent people away where you don't really know where they went. So
awesome.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Cool. So I'm going to give it a chance in about an hour from now.
Yeah, I suggest it. So The other one is Loki, obviously. So I'm behind Schubert. I'm not gonna lie. I'm only on, I think, middle of episode 3. So I'm gonna let you take the reins here. How are you enjoying it? Any takes on it?
So I've very, very much enjoyed the last 2 episodes. Episode 3 kind of felt like it was headed in the wrong direction, and I was wrong. 4 and 5, awesome. 5 might be my favorite single TV episode we've gotten yet. Out
From
of
all of Marvel stuff?
Yeah, out of all 3
Wow,
shows.
okay.
So I really enjoyed it. There was tons of it felt like a comic book. And so it was a lot. So if you're not a big comic book person, there might have been some eye rolly stuff in there. But for someone like me, I thought it was fabulous. And it just opened so many doors to so many things. There were so many Easter eggs. It was fantastic. I'm not going to get too much into it because we only have 1 episode left. So I'd rather just tie it all up. But yeah, this episode was awesome.
All right, that's good to hear because I've actually been really down on Loki.
I was pretty down on the first 3 episodes, but like I said, 4 and 5 really turned me in the right direction.
Right, and it seems a lot like WandaVision. Like WandaVision, kind of like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then they pull you in those last couple. So the season's finale is next week then, right?
Next week. Yep. So okay. I think we're going to get into some – I think it's going to give us some really crazy stuff that we're not even going to be able to wrap our head around quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
But my expectations are high for it.
So it's definitely setting stuff up, I would imagine.
Oh, it's setting way too much stuff up.
Yeah. Which is opposite of Widow. I thought maybe they'd tie in another movie of some sort or –
yeah, we've got lots of future ramifications from this last episode. Without getting into too much, because we'll go into it next week, but sort of like there was a parallel to Ragnarok where Thor was the god of thunder, but he never was using his thunder powers for real. Loki finally had that aha moment in this episode. So we're going to see him do some really cool stuff next week.
Okay. I'm going to try to get caught up this week because I've been a little slow just because I haven't really been invested in him. Just haven't been too intrigued. But
no, I recommend it.
All right. Well, obviously I will because it's Marvel. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But also.
And it's our last TV episode for quite a while, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. So this is going to end next week. And obviously Black Widow's out now. So what's the next?
The next thing is Shang-Chi in September.
In September. Okay.
But I don't think we have a show on the horizon.
So we have a full month and a half off? Oh, boy.
I don't think it's been announced. Or maybe it has been announced, but maybe not specifics. I don't think we have a next show definite yet.
Okay.
So
yeah, you're right. Trying to think of anything.
I could be wrong, but
all right.
I know they're filming a bunch, but
I'm sure they're gonna be all over it now. So they're smart. I mean, they know what they're doing.
These shows are doing okay.
You mentioned this to me right before the
this was a tie-in to Wednesday.
So Loki. I had no idea what this was. So Simpsons, The Good, the Bad, the Loki.
Yeah, and it was just a little short. It came out Wednesday as well. It was a Simpsons short. It was maybe 2 minutes long. Total, it was about 5 minutes long, but that was half of the gag. Like the short itself was about 1:30, and then the other 4 minutes were post-credit scenes. And the post-credit scenes were longer than the short. But that was kind of the gag. But it was pretty fun. It was a funny minute and a half. It was actually Tom Hiddleston voicing Loki. Mm-hmm. And I wish it had been a full half hour. I think they could have got away with doing a full half hour. But a minute and a half was fine.
So it's definitely going to be their thing. Did you watch The Simpsons and The Force Awakens? This was sort of the same deal. Yeah, so they're going to do this more and more, which is great. I mean, they're definitely tying in all this stuff. I mean, Disney is basically trying to get their biggest, get the audience from The Simpsons, get them onto Marvel, get The Simpsons onto Star Wars. So.
I will say one of the little gags that I did like in it, they did like the Springfield Avengers, and it was like all the characters as like an actual Avenger. None of them really made any sense. I mean, like some of them did, like not like deep sense, but like just the way people looked, like
Right.
Dr. Nick was Doctor Strange, but well, that actually works, but because of the doctor. But I didn't think of that. But he kind of looks like him too. But the one that I thought was pretty funny was Barney was Iron Man. And there's no rhyme or reason to that other than the alcoholism thing, which was nobody's going to get except for weirdos like me. So just a little thing I thought was funny.
I'll check that out at some point as well. I like
it
when
doesn't
they do
take
stuff like
long.
that.
It's 5 minutes long.
It's only 5 minutes exactly. I mean, those shorts are great sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
I was happy with it. It's worth checking out.
All right. So Disney Plus, obviously. The other thing that Hugh Jackman's creating quite the stir when it comes to putting on his Instagram. I feel like actors love to do this.
The other day when you were with me, I think I was down in the dumps, hungover, forcing down beers, and this came across my feed, and I just felt like I had a rocket up my ass. I just brought me back to life. I was so happy and so excited, and maybe nothing will come of it, but maybe something will.
It's weird. Actors put this out there because they know they're going to get a reaction, and it seems too obvious for him to put that out there with Ken Feige.
If you haven't seen it, it was Hugh Jackman put on his Insta story. One of the first picture was a picture of the Wolverine claws, and then the second picture was him with Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
And it was an old picture. It wasn't like it wasn't like, hey, I'm hanging out with Kevin Feige. So it was an old picture, but the two together, obviously you got to think, oh, come on, just make him friggin' Wolverine already again.
It's too hard to think. I mean, he's obviously trying to get a stir out of it, because I don't think that he thinks that that's subtle, that people are going to be like, oh, it's actually happening.
I think he can play Wolverine forever.
He definitely could.
So what is he? He's like 50? 55, maybe?
I would probably say early 50s. I wouldn't even say 55.
Right, so early 50s. So where are we putting Wolverine? Like, say he's in the Marvel's plans. We'll give him a good... Robert Downey was Iron Man for 11 years.
Yeah.
So that brings Hugh Jackman to 65. Samuel L. Jackson still looks good in the Marvel movies.
Hugh Jackman can make himself look good till then.
Right. And his whole thing has been that he's worried about being like ripped and shredded.
Right.
Here's a solution. Give him the classic costume.
You keep shaking the ice in that glass over there. Okay. I'll say I'll get here. All right. But anyway.
I'm moving my hands and I'm speaking with my hands because I'm getting very excited. Anyway, though, no, just give him the classic costume. He doesn't need to ever take his shirt off.
But just even if he does, he's going to be ripped.
Yeah, but just give him the classic yellow costume.
Yeah.
And as long as he fits into it, they can make him look good. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Speaking of fitting in, I can't wait to watch The Black Widow and watch David Harbour. It's one of my favorite scenes of all time. Not to throw anything out, but fitting into costumes, you're right. As long as you get it on, you look good.
Right.
So
that's what. Did you hear about the girl in the Loki costume?
No.
They made like boob holes for her so she could breastfeed between takes, because they're like, once you get it in there, you're not getting out. And she's like, yeah, well, I need to get out. so they put a zipper.
It's a function. How it's functional. I like
it. And then they actually, going back to that, they made a joke about it in this episode. That she was like, this costume's not very comfortable.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Hugh Jackson's one of those guys who just wants attention.
No, I don't either. I think he was like, he honestly doesn't think people want him back as Wolverine.
Right.
Because they want somebody new and fresh. But if they do go with somebody new and fresh, there's no way they're living up. Not a chance.
No, it's no chance. Just no chance. And I guess I see it when they had the last Wolverine movie, Old Man Wolverine, whatever. Yeah. And now all of a sudden they do Wolverine in the Marvel Universe, which is kind of a little backwards, but
they could get away with the recast. They recast J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that precedent has been set that these characters can be new versions of the same character.
Right. Okay. So that'll be interesting what happens there.
Calm me down. Calm me down.
So we're going a little different now. So we're going to go right to wrestling. I know
we forgot. We didn't bring up the what if.
What if what?
What if Marvel?
What's the what if Marvel?
So we got our first trailer yesterday of What If, which is going to be hitting Disney Plus this summer, which we just said, yeah, we figured that out ourselves. There's our next show.
Okay, I must have missed this earlier, so I have no idea what you're talking
I'll fill you in.
All right.
So What If, it's going to be there's always been What If comic books. And the basic premise is what if it's like if there was a slight difference in the Marvel comics, like how that would have turned out.
Okay.
So like just an example for you, because I know this is going to be one of the episodes. It's going to be what if Peggy Carter had got the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers.
Okay.
And then the episode will be like Peggy Carter as Captain America, but not Captain America, obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but it's coming out. It's going to be animated, but it's got most of the voice cast.
Interesting.
I think
I've never heard of this.
I think there's only a couple they didn't get, like Robert Downey, but they did get some of the big boys, like Chris Hemsworth, I know for sure, and Haley Atwell. So,
no, can always go from Haley Atwell.
So yeah, that's coming out. We got our first trailer. It looks pretty cool. The animation is not your. It's kind of like one of these, not quite anime, but like it's not just like Disney animation or like.
Okay, no, I didn't know about this.
It looks cool. Check it out. Trailer just dropped. I don't know the exact release date, but that's what's going to fill in the summer between Loki and Shang-Chi.
Perfect. I like that they're doing these in between stuff, like just different stuff. Even if it could be the Assembled. Have you watched those yet?
No.
They're actually really, really good.
Awesome.
I mean, they talk about everything when it comes basic on the stories of WandaVision, Loki, Winter Soldier. So I mean, good stuff that they're filling in with time. So
the cool thing about these what ifs is I don't know if the next episode of Loki will like make it abundantly clear that these are basically just going to be separate branches. Yeah. And it opens the door for these branches to be incorporated as like canon.
Mm-hmm.
So we could see one of these what ifs, and then we could see that character further down the line in live action.
Love it. So
a lot of good things coming out.
Yeah. They're doing everything right. So I'm just waiting for us to complain about something, which is it's hard to do with Disney. I mean, they seem like to do everything right. There's
one thing it came out today, and this is just going on, but Kevin Feige basically said they're not signing anybody to long-term deals these days. Like they're done with long-term deals. Basically, you don't want to be with us, we don't want you. We'll move on. We can cast somebody else. And I think that maybe Loki will tie into that, because they can like work it in story-wise why it's somebody else. But smart move. You don't want to be here? See ya. Hit the bricks.
Right. It makes sense. The amount of money they spend on these people, if they don't want to cast them, they can find something else to do with them.
They don't need megastars anymore either.
Right.
We're watching either way.
Yeah. Oh, we'll watch either way, of course.
You could pull somebody off the street and I'd watch.
All right. So we're going to get into wrestling.
All right. Sorry, guys. We did a solid half hour with no wrestling now.
Well, it's going to happen.
We're going straight in.
If you're not into wrestling, you should be. You better be in on it because it's fun to watch. It's getting better. And there's a lot of options now.
Let me tell you, we are entering the wrestling renaissance.
Yeah.
Like if you can't find something you like right now, you're never going to. Everything is top notch right now. It's high quality. People don't realize it. It's awesome. It's the best time to be alive as a wrestling fan, I think.
Well, I'm going to put something out there for everybody. If you hate wrestling, literally hate wrestling, and it's the stupidest thing in the world, it's fake, blah, 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 I dare you to go to an AEW event live.
I'll sit next to you.
And say that you hated it after it, because it might be the funnest thing that you will ever attend.
Yeah.
It is chaos. It is absolute chaos.
That's the first thing we've seen. Wait till we get like we're just talking ourselves into like Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, GCW. They're all about to get crowds back too. These
Right.
people are going nuts.
It's not even for the wrestling; it's for the entertainment. It's for the people around you. It's just so much fun, so much fun. So
It's unreal right now too. Like
Yeah.
these people who are actually wrestling fans, people like us, are just so happy to go back. Like we'll cheer for anything. We'll go nuts for anything. It's like a rock concert,
right.
compared with a sporting event, combined with a, I don't even know what else. But
That's the thing. If like I said, I understand. Like, oh, it's fake. It's this and that. It is entertainment for sure. And if you go though, it's just chance, drinking, and happy people. I mean, I don't know what else you want when you go out for something. So
happy people's the keyword. Maybe not at the WWE shows, but we'll see.
Yeah. Don't go to WWE. Go to something fun. AEW, GCW, Impact,
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Yep, exactly.
If you're out on the West Coast, I think New Japan's about to put on some shows out there.
Right.
I think PWG's on its way back. There's so many high quality options, and part of it's, I think, because Tony Khan broke down the door. He's making guys into stars and saying you can go work other shows. We don't care.
Yeah. So we're excited for this because I don't know. Obviously, if you've been listening to us, Schubert and I went to AEW Double or Nothing. It's a pay-per-view at Daly's Place.
Incredible. We've
been to many, many shows, not wrestling. We're talking, concerts,
sporting events,
anything in the world.
Music festivals.
Exactly. Music festivals. That had to be one of the top funnest things that we've ever done.
I think it's up. It not even up there. I think it has to be one or two for me.
Yeah.
It's so much to the point where I did everything in my power to make it to the next show I could, which just happened to be less than 2 weeks later. And now I'm just looking any chance I can get to a wrestling show within the next 2-3 months. I'm clearing out my calendar and getting there.
Right. And we're talking like for us, just to give you a perspective. I mean, I've been front row for Bruce Springsteen. We've been at clubs for the Killers. We've been, 3 rows back from Kid Rock. We've been, it's countless. We've been to everything.
Probably 1,000 concerts and probably over 200 sporting events.
Yeah.
Conservatively speaking.
Not even thinking of the sporting events. You're right. We've been courtside for, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, check it out. It's fun.
You got to think people like us who are maniacs have not been able to be maniacs for about 2 years. So we got all our maniac friends back. We're going bonkers.
So the big thing, obviously, this week we have AEW has.
We're talking wrestling.
Fest.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. So
we're talking wrestling. We're getting boxing back. We're getting UFC back.
Mm-hmm.
Combat sports in general. That was one thing during COVID. I just got turned off of sports. Like I was a big sports fan before COVID, and to me now I couldn't care less. I want to see people beating the hell out of each other. Well, it's real or fake.
Right.
So
check it out. Time. I mean, if you can, we'll just give the rundown for this week. Ring of Honor pay-per-view, best in the world. Fight
first
TV. That's going to be on Sunday.
Had fans back.
Yep, first time they've had fan back. Obviously Monday Night Raw. Don't suggest that one.
The Ring of Honor. It is in Maryland. So if you are in Maryland this weekend, Baltimore particularly, go to Jimmy's Seafood.
You gotta. They'll be airing that live during it as well.
That place is going to be a party all weekend long.
Yeah. So every day you can find something. I think Monday Night Raw. Don't suggest that one.
No,
you get Tuesday, you get NXT, Wednesday EW, Thursday Impact, Friday SmackDown. It's quite the week.
It's hard to say this past week that Great American Bash was not the best show of the week.
I don't think it was.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to say that.
Yeah.
And at what point in the last 5 years was that show not the best show of the week?
Right.
Never mind the best show of the month. Maybe not the it might have been the best show of a 6 months in normal years.
Yeah.
Show was phenomenal.
Yeah. The competition's just so up there now. So
you got to treat every episode of AEW Dynamite like a pay-per-view these days. It's wild.
Especially in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, Fighter Fest.
So that was our spiel on wrestling, I think.
Sorry, everybody.
Just go check it out, please.
You might get more. We might have to just full-fledged turn into a wrestling podcast. Torture all of you people.
That could be rough, but it might be done. So, all right. So, speaking of wrestling,
we forgot to bring up Conor McGregor's fighting tomorrow night.
Oh no, we're talking. Who cares about that? So, our favorite company in the world, Peacock. I feel like we had to bring them up every week. So they made a major deal this past day. So they made a deal with Universal. So now, starting next year, any movie from Universal will be streaming on Peacock within 4 months, which is big for them. So it's smart on them that they finally made it into the theaters when it comes to that, because every other streaming service seems to have deals with other companies. Peacock just continually screws us because I don't want to like them, but they keep adding things that we have to keep buying them.
It's like Dumb and Dumber. Like, you go up and do that and completely redeem yourself.
Yeah, they keep doing it.
Like, they'll screw me one week and then they'll do something really cool the next. Like, the last time we shit on them completely, we shit on them for maybe like 15 minutes. And then literally like 4 days later, they're like, oh, we got the WWE network for you. Oh, no, like that was Amazon, sorry. But it seems
The
like
Office. It started with The Office for you.
It seems
where
like
they got The Office on.
Every time we get mad at them, they go and do something right. So,
and the interface sucks. They keep adding all this stuff, but how are people like supporting them where their app is so bad? So I don't know.
Now, does this movie deal do anything for you other than like they just have a lot of good franchises?
No, it does nothing for me.
What is 4 months? It's like, I've already seen it.
Well, Universal. I feel like Universal has like good movies, but not great movies.
They have they already have pretty good franchises on there. Like, they have Harry Potter, they have Jurassic Park, they have Fast and the Furious.
Right.
Which I said I'd get into, but I still haven't yet. I'm thinking about it.
But it gives you that where like F9, where you're thinking, okay, they come out on theaters, then it's going to come out on Blu-ray, DVD, and then you have to buy it on whatever the premium is for $30. Yeah. Now you know this is going to come on Peacock within 4 months.
4 months is weird timing for me, though.
Well, it's what Disney's doing. Exactly what Disney's doing.
Yeah, but I buy all the Disney movies.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. So I wonder if Peacock can have premiere access now, too, with this pieces of trash.
That's probably their next move. Why don't you put it in somebody's head over there? You hear that? Dare you.
Oh, they'll do it. They'll do it.
Did also on Peacock this week, what are your thoughts? Did you watch Boss Baby?
I watched Boss Baby.
Yeah, of course you did.
You know what? I wasn't a huge... I thought I would love it. I didn't love it.
Uh-oh.
And neither did my kids.
Oh, no.
I couldn't keep their interest.
Uh-oh.
They liked the girl in the movie, but...
So the Boss Baby franchise is doomed. It's not going.
It wasn't nearly as funny as the first one.
That's a shame.
Yes, I was very, very disappointed. But we did watch it. We actually watched it twice.
You watched it on Peacock. How did it go? Any issues?
No issues on Peacock. It was there as their headliner. So I don't know.
You don't seem happy with Boss Baby. It seems like a sore subject.
Yeah. No, they tried to be like all in the now, like, okay, they're on their iPads and they're this and that. I'm out. So all right. So other than that, let's go to RAP. We've been milking this, so let's go to RAP.
Yeah, we're running late again.
We always do. right, so we lost a really good guy, actually, Richard Donner. So he directed Superman with Christopher Reeves,
And the
obviously.
Goonies.
The Goonies, yes. Scrooged, Lethal Weapon, Free Willy.
Free Willy.
Free Willy. The original, crap, I forget the movie now. I looked it up earlier. Omen.
Okay, yeah.
And X-Men.
I'm a big Goonies guy.
Yeah.
X-Men, though. I didn't know that.
X-Men
That's interesting.
Too. Yeah.
All right.
Lethal Weapon was the one that got me. I did not know that he directed Lethal Weapon.
All four or just the one?
The franchise itself, so all of them.
Wow, all four. Yeah.
Yeah. So, good man.
Yeah. Man.
That's a big loss.
91, though. I saw people being like, oh, it's so sad. Sorry. I'm not that.
Yeah. Yeah. And once you get over 80, it's not sad at that point.
You're on borrowed time.
Did you watch Free Willy? Do you like Free Willy?
Not recently, but back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a good one too.
I'll tell you, when I was at Universal Studios that day, though, or not Universal Studios, SeaWorld.
Yeah.
I saw one of the places where the Free Willy was seen. And I was like, that's from Free Willy.
It's a good movie. There's a lot of good ones. All right.
Goonies.
So, rest in peace, Richard Donner.
I always feel like we could have used the Goonies 2 with like the full original cast, but I feel like it wouldn't have been good.
Could be a Disney Plus type of movie.
Yeah, I think it was probably in the works. But then again, I mean, like the original Mighty Ducks, none of them looked good.
No. They looked really bad. They've had some rough times, I think, the past 15, 20 years.
Yeah, so I can't imagine the Goonies are doing much. But, well, actually, most of them are famous still.
Who?
Josh Brolin.
Oh, yes.
Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman hung around for a little while.
He's still playing in a band?
Yeah, I think so. Chunk, I can't imagine he's doing too well.
I wonder if he lost any weight from his childhood days.
I thought you were going to say, when you said he lost any weight, I was going to say, has he lost any limbs from diabetes? Which do you think's more likely? He's skinny or has lost a limb from diabetes?
I would say skinny.
I'd say limb.
We'll have to pull that up.
Yeah. And I mean, the guy who played the big guy, no way he's still alive.
No. He's long gone.
So, all right.
Let's get into Chinese kid. Yeah.
Maybe he's playing double duty, and maybe he's in the new
Kai?
Indiana Jones movie.
Perhaps.
That would be pretty cool.
Really good off of the Goonies there.
I like the Goonies.
Oh. All right. This is our comeback for Drunken Asshole Story of the Week.
All right.
It's a disturbing one, but let's do it.
Yeah, it's very disturbing.
Drunken Asshole Story of the Week.
All right. So, Drunken Asshole Story of the Week.
This is an asshole.
Yeah. So, this happened in Baldwin, Alabama.
I'd like to preface by saying this. We usually pride ourselves with not doing too dark of asshole stories. They usually sort of have happy endings.
Well, it is kind of a happy ending.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody died.
Exactly. So we're going to preface by saying that it might be a little dark.
All right. So this woman went to a bar called the Pirates Cove in Alabama.
Oh, that sounds like a cool place.
And left her 9-month-old daughter with a group of people at the bar. And then just left.
Not random people.
It wasn't random people?
Sounds like they had been friendly for a little while.
Well, but yeah. So, first of all, who brings a 9-month-old into the bar?
Baldwin, Alabama. That's who.
Disappears. Apparently, it's a full search for her.
I would like to know. You're in the Pirates Cove with a 9-month-old, and it's partying, it's rocking. Where else would you have gone?
Well, she obviously found somebody.
It must have been some party that she was headed to.
Oh, or she found a man.
Could have been a man. Maybe it was like Captain Jack Sparrow.
The end of the story is weird because apparently the cops got her, and then they brought her back to the Pirates Cove, and she was belligerent towards the people that were holding the daughter.
Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget things.
So
Here's my baby. Take care of him. Hey, who the hell are you?
Needless to say, the daughter is in police custody.
Good for her.
She should be. And we'll see what happens.
I bet the people she gave him to were good people. They were probably just partying, enjoying the Pirates Cove, and she's like, "Here, hold my baby." All right, sure. We just mentioned
it did seem like an extensive period of time.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I want to know what party she went to that was not the Pirates Cove. Because with a place named the Pirates Cove, that's not a chill spot.
No, it seems like chaos.
Yeah.
In Alabama.
Yes.
So.
Maybe I'll make it to the Pirates Cove one of these days. I won't take anybody's child. If anybody offers me a child, I was like, no, keep your baby.
I think that's a smart move. All right, I had to finish that beer because it goes to beer of the week next.
I think you owe us 2.
No, I'm not doing 2. I just drank 1. So let's go to beer of the week if I can find it.
Oop. We're both making drink moves over here. We both didn't beat the music, so I did a better job beating the music. But all right, I'm over here combining drinks. Dan's running to the fridge for beers. We thought we had a little bit of clip of music to work with. We were both wrong.
I got out of this segment last week, but not so much this week.
This week, tell us about it. Where'd you get this one?
All right, so this one. I go to a place I actually don't like again. But
you keep doing that, it seems. What you got to keep it to a mod.
I go for convenience here. I try to go to Ahmad, but I don't go by him that much. I'm sorry, Ahmad, because I know he's listening again. Ahmad, I promise you, I will go there this weekend and buy double.
I think you said that last week.
All right. All right, so this one is called Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast.
I thought that said Mr. Bean at first when I saw it. I was like, I am in if that is a Mr. Bean beer.
Yeah, Mr. Beast from Massachusetts. It's only 4.75 alcohol. Okay. So
it's a light.
It's a light one. It's an IPA.
So, okay. So it's got to be like a hazy session, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely a hazy session. They call it a citrus session according to the can here. It's by Widowmaker, the brewery Widowmaker.
My prediction for you.
This
is just going to be the most generic session IPA with a hint of citrus that you've ever tasted. It's going to be a 5 right down the middle.
You give me a 5. All right. Yeah, you're right. Not much taste at all. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, no. There's no citrus, what it says on the can at all. No citrus flavor. Very generic, light. Yeah, nothing special. Nah, I'm out on this one. I'm going to give it 6.2.
Okay, so a little higher. You just didn't want to give me the benefit of the doubt, did you?
No, I can't give you the exact thing. Yeah, there's really no taste to this one.
So could you drink it all day long?
Probably not. It's not as smooth as a Bud Light. It's like hazy. Yeah, no, I'm out on this one actually.
So 6 is a pretty generous score.
Yeah, 6.2. Just because I didn't feel sick after taking a sip, so
that's fair enough.
So it gets over the 5.
So your sick line is about 5.5, it seems.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You don't
I
seem
don't
to go on
recommend this one.
No.
All right.
If it had been a Mr. Bean beer, on the other hand, though, we would be in.
It probably would have been better. All right, let's go to Stump the Shoe. And by the way, Schubert, I did this like right because I really didn't want to do the Stump the Shoe because it takes a little while. So I'm sorry for these questions.
Oh, no.
So let's do it. All right, so Stump the Shoe.
The way you preface that leads me to believe that we're not playing Stump the Shoe trivia, and like we're playing friggin' Truth or Dare.
You'll definitely get a few of them. But all right, so Stump the Shoe. We do the rules every single time, but Schubert gets it right. I take a sip. Schubert gets it wrong. He takes a sip.
I hope I don't get that many wrong because I don't have that much left to drink over here.
You finished all three of them?
We're getting there.
Those frosted mugs.
No, it's just a print on the cup.
So they gave you 3 printed cups in the hotel?
I have 4. I was drinking one when I carried the 3 over.
So they gave you 4 of those cups in the hotel room?
They did, yeah. Classy. That's why I had to take advantage of them.
Yeah, you can take advantage of classy hotels.
Yeah.
So you're just sipping that thing like water right now. That's like the 4th sip I just saw before we started this segment.
It basically is water. I don't think I poured them that stiff. I hope.
Just had a couple more then. I'm not going to give you the trivia questions unless they get something out of you.
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Question number 1. What other 2 Marvel films were set as a prequel?
Were set as a prequel. So I don't get this. Like,
what are the prequel movies in Marvel?
MCU?
MCU.
Like equals scenes? Okay, so the first Avenger, Captain America.
Correct. There's one.
So that's one. The other, like, technically, or like flashbacks, or like actually as a prequel?
Just like the whole movie that was set in that. I mean, it might have had the ending doing some sort of foreshadow, but
you're right.
It's a later movie in the MCU. I'll give you that.
So it's Doctor Strange, technically.
No.
Okay.
I'll give you another one because you got Captain America.
I'm trying to think of like if you're trying to get me on a technicality here.
Just that literally took place way before the Avengers happened to come about.
I don't know why I'm blanking on this, unless it's gonna like not make sense.
I would have got Captain America First Avenger too.
Yeah,
but the second one, it makes all the sense in the world, but it's a forgettable movie. For me, at least. I don't know if for many people, but
I feel like I'm going to lose this on a technicality.
It's not a technicality. It's,
like, I don't know if are you working?
I'll take a sip for this based on because you got the first one so quick.
Yeah, is it because it's like I don't like it's like time travel and stuff, like
just a movie to
like
explain this person.
I'm gonna be like, God damn it!
No, it's a completely forgettable movie for me too. It's not one of the main characters that you think of.
The whole movie,
the prequel,
is in the past.
Yes.
Like, is it Hulk that you're considering it?
No.
Like,
I didn't think this either.
All right,
this was the hardest question for me. Captain Marvel.
Oh, Jesus.
So I overlook that movie every single time. Yeah. And it makes sense. I only did this question because I was trying to get in like a prequel based on Black Widow. Yep. But
you say it now, but I'm like, it doesn't make sense because you don't. I think it doesn't feel like a prequel because it's the 90s.
right.
And like the night that was normal times. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense though. I'll take it. Way up there on my. I liked it when it came out, but forgettable now.
I didn't like it. I still don't like it actually.
It's one of the few like if it's on television,
right.
I won't leave one. I want to like it so bad because the Skrulls portion of it, like I'm so in on. But the Captain Marvel part, I'm very out on.
Yeah. All right. Question number 2. What is Seth Rollins' real name?
I freaking know this too.
I like they use the freaking.
I know. It's something that it's like half Hispanic, but not really Hispanic.
Correct.
It's Lopez.
I'll give it to you because that is his last name.
Yeah.
It's Colby Lopez.
Yeah. All right.
Correct
Yes.
answer. All right.
So between I've gotten half a name and half a question, so I'm like at sort of like 1 point.
All right. Question number 3.
Yeah. Why did you pick Seth Rollins?
I have no idea. I told you this is a lazy like 6-pack trivia.
It just seems like out of anybody on the roster.
Well, because when I was making this, Seth Rollins was on the TV.
Qualified for Money in the Bank.
Yes, exactly. He's playing Cesaro. So I have this other stupid Apple computer.
You haven't seen that match before, have you?
Yeah, I've only seen it, 5, 6, probably 10 times by now.
How about Shinsuke versus Corbin? You haven't seen that one in a while either.
I'm glad that little rivalry, it's not over. They'll do something else to bring it back.
Of course. So.
All right. How do you say hi in Russian?
Oh, ja, with a D, like ja. Hello, hi, comrade. I saw.
I like that you're really trying here.
I'm trying to see if anything like comes to mind, like Das Vidania.
No,
that's good day, I think.
So I don't even know how to say it, but it's Privet.
Oh, Privet.
So Privet.
Das Vidania means good day. That's kind of the same. That's hello, have a good day.
Which obviously that stupid lady Rachel Weisz couldn't say. She probably said Privet. But yeah, her accent sucks in that movie. All right.
I think my spy thing might be right.
What? No, it has nothing to do with it being on purpose because she goes in. No, and I like the movie, but she goes in and out of her accent the entire movie.
I'm trying to rack my brain for the other instance of what I'm thinking of actually happens.
It's definitely not right because she even talked about it at the beginning of the movie that she was
right. Russian. No, but I'm trying to explain to you. There is another source of material, and I can't remember what it is right now, where it's like a spy thing, where like they mess up their accents because they know so many accents.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up. It's a real thing from something real. So.
This isn't from this movie. So.
Okay, that's fine. Fair enough.
You'll see. You'll get it because it's literally
Sorry, I'm a Marvel apologist and just try to come up with every reasonable explanation.
Yeah, no, this doesn't make any sense.
All right, fair. I'll give it to you.
All right, question number 4.
Like 1.5.
You're at, you're 1.5. Who won the first match in this year's NXT All-American Bash?
So the All-American Bash opened up. It opened up hot. I remember. MSK. Yeah, MSK.
Correct answer.
Yeah.
I'll take that one there.
I was going to talk it out. I was like, MSK fought Timothy Thatcher and my boy Ciampa, and they won. But so I didn't need to go any further. So
all right.
Match was awesome. One of the best NXT tag team matches in a long time.
It was very good. Very, very good.
I didn't like the ending, even a little bit. But When I got it explained a little, it makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
They weren't losing any other way. That's the only way you could beat those two. So
Yeah, good match.
I was ready to lose it when the next match looked like it was going to end in a roll up, and I was like, 2 matches. That's a WWE thing to do.
Yeah.
Kicked out at 2.5. I was like, all right.
Question number 5. How many hot dogs did this year's woman winner
I thought you were going to say Joey Chestnut, you sack of
eat
shit.
at the Nathan's eating contest? I knew you were.
I had 76 ready to go.
I knew that. I had a curveball there.
So I got to talk this one out because I heard this on the radio today, but it might have been syndicated from last year that a woman this week or a week ago last year ate 55 chili dogs in 24 minutes at a bar, like just for fun. The rules at the bar were if you ate 12 in 4 hours, you get your name up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So she just wanted to destroy everyone, so ate 55 in 24 minutes.
Oh, God.
The
insides.
So if she ate 55 in 24 minutes, I gotta say, and that's chili dogs, so that's probably like twice as much. I gotta say it's in the 50s. I'm gonna say she ate 53 hot dogs.
You're way off.
Oh, Jesus.
30.
Oh. Oh, wait, the second place men only ate 55.
Yeah, take a sip.
I forgot about that. So that makes those 55 chili dogs even more impressive.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, wow. That's something.
Man, I can't imagine how you feel. Oh. All right, question number 6, Hubert. You're doing all right today. Not too bad. You've been pretty close.
I've had a couple shockers though. I was ready. I know. I was saying, I know Joey Chestnut ate 76, and I was ready to get that one right. Screw me.
I knew you were gonna get that one.
Hey, I got a trivia question. How many hot dogs did I eat on the 4th of July?
You had to be at least a 10.
It was pretty close.
You were munching those things
they were all secret hot dogs too. Just sneak in. Like the person next to me would grab like a handful of chips, like start eating. I'd just grab a hot dog, throw it down my throat.
I was wondering how all the hot dogs, because we had 36, about 50 hot dogs.
Yeah.
We only had 15 people.
Yeah.
But we also had like 20 hamburgers. Probably had 20 pieces of chicken. We had at least 15 long sausages.
If I had,
you were sneaking dogs.
I was sneaking dogs all day. A conservative number would put it at 10.
I was wondering where they all go. There, all the buns are left too. You're just sneaking hot dogs on buns.
I raw dog it. I just throw it.
I was like, I definitely matched the number of buns to hot dogs, and all of a sudden we're 20 hot dog buns over hot dogs left.
Normal person goes in and grabs like a chip and a pepperoni. I just grab a hot dog.
Probably should have figured it was you.
Connecting the dots now.
All right, number 6, Hubert. Where was the first Dave & Buster's?
Oh, I read this. I read this on the plaque the other day too.
What plaque?
There was a plaque inside Dave & Buster's, and there's a little tile, like a piece of floor tile. And it's like, this tile is from the original Dave & Buster's. And then there's the whole story about the original Dave & Buster's. It was in like 1983, I think. Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Way off. Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Okay. I didn't have a good guess. I was like, it was a party. It had to be a party town. Dallas is a party town. I was just there yesterday.
Take a sip. You little frosted mug over there. All right. Let's go on tap for the weekend because we're going over again. I'm going over an hour every single time.
We both weeks we said we have no material. I think we just go too hard.
Yeah, let's do it. What's on tap for the weekend? All right. So this weekend is stacked, of
Stacked.
course. So tomorrow, McGregor, Poirier, fight number 3.
Fight number 3. I want Conor to win so bad, but I'm not getting my hopes up. He got slaughtered the last time, and he doesn't do good in trilogies. So the odds are stacked against him. Not getting my hopes up. If he wins, sorry, people behind that door, you're in big trouble.
If he loses, though,
yeah, it's gonna be like, why did I pay for this fight?
His only choice is Logan Paul.
It's Logan Paul.
Jake Paul.
It's either one of them. Maybe both at the same time.
No, it'd be Jake Paul. But
I'd like to see him and Mayweather do like a fist bump and be like, let's get these motherfuckers. They do a tag team match.
Yeah. But I think
why not at this point?
It's true. Yeah, I think McGregor's UFC career is over if he loses.
It's over. No, it's over for sure.
So,
I don't know what he does if he wins. He's not going to chase a belt, I don't think.
No.
Because if he gets Poirier, it's going to be on a Nakamura, I don't know. It's not going to be like a win-win. It's not going to be like a grind him out win.
Right.
This match ain't going a decision.
No. So. 1 or 2 rounds only. So we'll see. And Sunday, Ring of Honor pay-per-view, best in the world.
This show sounds great.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, I don't think, since they were in Madison Square Garden, WrestleMania weekend a couple of years ago. But everything I've heard is this is going to be a show to watch. These guys are going to give it everything. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I agree. So that's on Fight TV. I think it's like $30.
Is it even that much?
I think it's 30. I think it's $29.99. But yeah. So good weekend.
I'm going to tomorrow, if I'm still standing. I'm going to try to do a couple things. Chicago and things. I got my Italian beef today.
Yeah.
I didn't get my deep dish. I just tried to go over to Lou Malnati's before dinner. Line was friggin' stupid. So I'll probably DoorDash that tomorrow for the fight.
I like it.
For lunch, I'm going to Margaritaville, I think. There's a nice Margaritaville over at Navy Pier.
I like what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's over at Navy Pier. I've been there before.
Yeah.
So this is a repeat one. It's a good one. It's on an actual pier. It's nice.
I like it.
The one other mandatory stop of the day. Pro Wrestling Tees has a brick and mortar here in Chicago.
Ooh, all right.
So I'm going to go over there, buy a couple T-shirts, and I might try to get to the bottom of why your belt is going to take till 2022.
2022. Yeah.
Hey, what's taking so long?
Find out over there.
I'm going to ask him where my Britt Baker poster is too. Why didn't that ship yet?
Yeah.
You want a T-shirt?
I definitely want a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'll get you a T-shirt.
I'm trying to think who I want, actually. You know what? Get me a Acclaimed T-shirt.
I don't know if I can do that.
I think it's got to be done.
All right. I don't know if I can do that.
Let's see what they got over there.
I'll see what they have. I'll FaceTime you or something, maybe.
All right. So, yeah, for me for the weekend, I don't have much. I'm just watching my daughters tomorrow, and I'm going to be in lockdown all day long.
Fight night.
That's pretty much it. And then, Connor. And then Ring of Honor the next day. So,
yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah,
all right. So let's do it. We'll sign off, good. Nerds. Follow us on the Drunken Nerds on Instagram, Twitter.
The last sip.
Oh boy, it's actually lying. How thick is it? Might as well finish it right now.
Well, I was gonna say, hey, everybody, stay thirsty, nerds.
Stay thirsty, nerds. Till next week.